Today we're talking about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and beyond. I've got Josh here. He's got a killer presentation all about everything you guys need to do to prepare, probably things you guys have thought of, and a lot of things you guys haven't. Josh, welcome, and how are you?
Hey Chase, I'm good. Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks everyone for following along.
Dude, I'm pumped for you to be here, man. I know you're just kind of giving me a little bit of a sneak peek of these slides, and this is going to be epic. So let's get started. Do you want to quickly kind of share a little about your role and kind of the company that you're representing, and then I'll let you dive in and share all these tactics?
Yeah, for sure. I'm Josh. I'm the head of growth at SmartMail. I work across the marketing team and the product. I'll kind of jump in right into like who we are at SmartMail. For those that don't know us, so SmartMail, we're the easiest way to send best practice emails and automations that grow your business. We're actually integrated with all the major e-com platforms, so Shopify, BigCommerce, WooCommerce. Our two co-founders had started an online art gallery 6 or 7 years ago called Blue Thumb. That's now the largest art gallery and online art gallery in Australia. But back then, like 6 or 7 years ago, MailChimp was pretty much the default for sending emails if you were selling online. But if you wanted to do some of the things that the bigger brands were doing, like personalization, automation, you just didn't have the time, skills, or budget to use tools that were out there like Emarsis and Nosto and a lot of those enterprise level tools. So they decided to build themselves. There's obviously some other solutions in the market now too. But yeah, we've been growing ever since. We've got about 19,000 brands using us across US, Canada. I'm in Australia, so we have a big presence here as well. That's a bit about us. And yeah, in terms of features, it's like a fully set up email solution as well. So we have really easy multi-step automations. Everything's pre-made, and you can edit them, like welcome emails, abandoned carts, browse abandonment. We have a really cool newsletter composer that if you're adding products to your emails, all you have to do is search. We'll add the product automatically with description, price, link. You don't have to do any copy and pasting or uploading. We've got a great pop-up builder, so you can do things like have a mobile specific pop-up. And one of the best parts about SmartMail, we're a remote team based all around the world. So we have strategy and technical support on every single time zone, and you usually get a response around like under 10 minutes on average, wherever you are.
Sweet, man. Well, appreciate it. Let's dive in. The floor is yours. I'm excited to learn from you. I'm going to take some notes.
Yeah, awesome. So I think before I want to get into the email content, I just want to look back at 2020. 2020, internally, we had a joke like it was a Black Friday to end all Black Fridays just because of COVID and everybody was shopping online. We had to prepare our servers and everything. But there were some really interesting trends, I think, that started last year that'll definitely persist throughout this year, and I think should influence our strategy this year as marketers. So let's kind of dive into it. The first one is that email will remain as the top converting channel. Every single year, people will say email marketing is dead. It's going to be TikTok, it's going to be SMS. But every single year, email is the one that converts the best. Last year on Shopify stores, there was 4.9% conversion rate during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. On search, it was 3.9, and on social, 1.9. Not to say that you shouldn't do marketing on the other ones, but there's a lot of people that might say, email is not what I'm going to focus on. But given the conversion rate, and given that most of your sales are actually going to come from past customers, email is the best and the cheapest tool to reach those people. The next one is that shoppers wanted to support small business. That was really a theme of 2020, and we think it'll persist throughout this year. A lot of the brands that had their campaigns, like Amex, have their Shop Small campaign, whereas if you shop at small business, you earn more points, are still running them this year. So I think last year there was 44 million brands, 44 million people bought from independent and DTC brands on Shopify. And that was a 50% jump from 2019. And I think what we saw throughout the start of the pandemic, at least, was that a lot of big business just kept trucking along, and a lot of small business did suffer. But the great thing is that consumers actually do want to support small business. They do want to support local business. So if you are a small to medium merchant, you should actually don't try to hide that. There used to be this trend in business that if you're a small business, you'd pretend that you have 3 other people working for you. But I think now it's the time to actually just lean into that and let people know your why, and what and who you are, and be truthful and transparent. And I think that'll play out better in the long run. And the final one, trend that I think we're all seeing, no matter where you are in the world now, is supply chain delays and shipping disruptions. We thought it would end in 2020, but it's only gotten worse in 2021. And I think that's because, it's created this permanent change in shopping habits. Everyone is shopping online now, which is great for us in e-commerce, but that also makes things difficult as we move through this transition. So throughout all your newsletter campaigns and all the automations I'm talking about, think about how this is going to affect your business. Because as we get closer to the Christmas period, your customers are really going to care about getting things shipped on time. People need things ready for when they gift them on Christmas morning. So you don't want to be saying something's going to be delivered in a week when it's going to take 3 to 4 weeks. So even if you maybe have to pull back your sale, so if, for example, if you're doing a 40% site-wide sale, if you have to pull that back to 30% and add offer free express shipping on all orders, I think that would probably make a bigger difference this year with all the delays that are going on. Cool. So let's get into the chunky email bit. So this webinar is about Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and beyond. So let's kind of start at what you should do with your automations. So if you capture people throughout Black Friday week, but you don't make the sale whenever your sale's on or on Black Friday itself, there's a lot of automations that you can turn on or tweak, so you're catching those people throughout Cyber Week, or through however long your sale's extended. So the first one is with a really simple sales extension automation. Throughout your Black Friday sale, you're likely still going to be collecting subscribers either through your pop-up or any other forms. And there's a pretty good chance that a lot probably won't make a purchase. So you still want to try to capture these people throughout the shopping season. So what you can do is add an extra email to the end, usually of your welcome series, that lets people know as soon as Black Friday is done and you go into Cyber Week that your sales extended. I do recommend running your sales longer than just Black Friday. We've seen actually a lot of brands already start their Black Friday sales this week because of the shipping delays. And I think the sales should generally definitely extend through Cyber Week as well. So all you have to do here is add a split at the bottom, a conditional split at the bottom of your current welcome series. And on the no branch, so if customers don't order, add another email saying, hey, you haven't made your first order yet. Our Black Friday you signed up during Black Friday, and our savings are still available. So if you're still interested, your coupon code is still valid and use it now for our best sale of the year. The next is browse abandonment. So this is something that if you have enabled now, you should make a tweak to it. If you don't have it enabled, I definitely recommend. This is a really powerful automation to turn on. But generally, browse abandonment, it doesn't really have that much urgency towards it. Typically, it's like if someone's shopping in store and you see them browsing a few things and walking around and they're a bit confused, you go up to and ask them, hey, can I help you find anything? It's the exact same with this email. Someone's browsed on your site, they've looked at products, so they've looked at a collection, they haven't added anything to the cart and they've just left. So with this automation, generally you want to do the same thing. So just asking, hey, is there anything I can help you with? These are the items you looked at. These are some similar items that you might like. But during Black Friday week, you want to really amp up the heat on these emails. This is the best, but usually for most brands, this is the biggest sale you're going to have all year. So you should let your customers know that. So first, if your browse abandonment automation runs for 1 to 2 weeks, usually bring that in within a week. And then all those browse abandonment emails, let people know that, hey, this is the biggest sale of the year. You have 40% off. Here's the code. And if you can't decide on what to buy, here's our email. Here's our phone number. Let us help you find what you're looking for. And then the next one is abandoned cart automation. So this is actually one of the most common mistakes we see throughout this shopping period, is that a lot of brands will put tons and tons of effort into their newsletters. They'll have their pre-sale newsletters starting next week. They'll build the hype. They'll send multiple emails on Black Friday and do an amazing job, but they just won't do anything to their automation. So they'll have a 40% sale going on, but then for the 2/3 of customers that are abandoning things in their cart because they're shopping everywhere and they're ready to spend, you're just telling them, oh yeah, you can get 10% off, and they're not driving home that this is the best price they can get. So the first thing you should do, I think, on all your automations is, edit your abandoned cart automation. So turn off your old one on whatever email platform you are on. You can do this in SmartMail and just duplicate the flow. On that flow, update all the discounts. So yeah, and your copy, letting them know, hey, you left this item in your cart. This is the best price you're going to get all year. If you're interested, check out now. And you should also bring these emails forward as well. Some brands, they have their abandoned cart automation run throughout a week. It's typically fine, but over 80% of recoveries based on our data happen in the first 24 hours. So if you're sending 2 to 3 emails, actually bring that forward into the first 24 hours. So send your first abandoned cart email at an hour, and your second one at 8 to 12 hours, and then your third one after that. And then what you can do if you're still not recapturing those sales is add an extra follow-up. So have the bulk of your usual abandoned carts happen in the first day, and then after Black Friday, send that one during Cyber Week, again, letting them know that the sale's been extended. So if they're still interested, now's the time to purchase. And yeah, the last, extra one you can add, it's really optional, but I think it's quite cool, is because Black Friday happens just really 2 weeks before the shipping cutoff deadlines before Christmas. So what you can do, because carts stay active for 14 days in Shopify and most major platforms, is actually add one more, like a fifth abandoned cart email. It sounds crazy, but they work very well. We've seen brands actually have 7 to 8 abandoned cart emails for high value carts. They're crazy effective if you do it properly. So yeah, put a one at 14 days, which is the very last day the cart remains active. This is going to be usually when your Christmas cutoff is. And again, let people know, hey, this is if you're interested in this item, this is the last time you can get it. And if you're feeling generous, extend your Black Friday sale throughout that last purchase as well, and give them a custom coupon code that they can use at that time. So that this is just what it looks like. It's really simple. You don't need it to use any splits or anything. It's just email after email, and have your time delays in between. So yeah, that's kind of what the tweaks you should make to make sure you're recapturing those sales that you missed. But for the people that you do capture, there's a lot of work you need to do to turn them into repeat customers. Repeat customers are on average 8 times more likely to purchase a third time. So getting that second purchase is just as important as getting that first. Another mistake we see brands making is almost all their time is spent on acquisition. So getting new customers, but really the 3 ways to grow an e-commerce brand are: 1, yes, acquisition; 2, increase your repeat customer rate; and 3 is increase your average order value. So email plays a really big part in that repeat customer journey. So this is how you can kind of do it. So the first is making sure you have your welcome emails and post-purchase automations enabled, and kind of tying back to the start of the webinar when I talked about leading into being a small business. You should definitely do that here. So again, it's not just a simple welcome saying, hey, thanks for subscribing, or thanks for your purchase. Actually sell your brand and why you do what you do. So if you are a small business, tell the story about how you got started or how you create your products. And in a second or third email, get customers to connect with you outside of email. So if you have an Instagram channel or a TikTok channel where you're doing this branding and you're letting people, and you're more interacting with your customers, put that in your email series and have that second or third email focused on people connecting with your brand on social. So they understand that you're a small business, and you can take advantage of that consumer trend that's happening right now. And there's a few good examples I have here that I really like. I think all these examples, they talk about the community and tell the story, and really make you feel like you're almost part of an exclusive club by purchasing. And these emails typically perform the best. It's not, I think a common misconception is people will really make their welcome series and post-purchase automations really very product focused, like showing, hey, these are all the products I have. But especially if when someone's first connected to your brand, this is when they're going to be most engaged and they're going to be listening the most. So you don't want to sell what you have, you want to sell why you do what you do, and make them connect with the brand. So however your product or your business evolves, they're always connected with the brand rather than just certain products. The next is to have a cross-sell automation. So this is usually when you estimate customers will make their second purchase. There are some triggers smart triggers that you can use to set that will guesstimate that, but that might be hard if you're just starting a new business. So then you can do your own guesstimation. So for example, if you sell protein shakes and you know your protein bag lasts 6 months, then for whenever someone purchases that product, trigger an automation that says, hey, if someone purchased protein shake A, at 6 months, I'm going to send them a reminder to top up. You don't need to do this on every single product. That's what a lot of brands will think, oh, wow, I can't have 100 products. There's no way I can build every single automation. You can build really general ones like this example here. So this is kind of what Amazon do. So we hope you liked, and you can put a merge tag in that just says, we hope you liked your last product purchase. There's more at our store that we think you'll like. And then you can use recommended product blocks, and those recommended product blocks will take into account what your customers purchased previously, what they've clicked on in emails, what they've added to their cart, to get what they're most likely interested in, and kind of do that predictive, those predictive recommendations. So yeah, that's a general way to do it. But if you don't want to do that and you want to have more control and add more copy to your emails, you can just choose your top 2 to 3 best-selling collections or products, and then create like a really tailored cross-sell series after that. And then the last one is a win-back campaign. So win-back campaigns are a really classic automation, but again, one that's sometimes missed. So this is if a customer has purchased before, but then based on your best knowledge, they've lapsed. So if you think, hey, someone who hasn't purchased again for a year, they're likely never going to purchase again, give them another discount. So enable this automation. If someone doesn't purchase for a year, it just says, hey, we miss you, here's $20 off. It doesn't need to be a huge discount, but it just needs to entice them to buy again. Because if you get that second sale, like I mentioned, the customer is 8 times more likely to purchase a third time. You also have 2 more data points on them, so you know what they're interested in. I mean, you have a bit more data to recommend things for your next campaigns. Cool, and that's it. We can maybe get into some questions, but before that, it's really great to talk to your audience today. The content on the channel is really good. So if you haven't enabled any of this stuff yet, and you want some help, you can jump on SmartMail. It's smartmail.com. We're integrated with all the major platforms, and you can get 40% off us for 6 months with the code Chase40.
Josh, man, I thought I was going to have a lot of questions, but this was fantastic. This was super thorough. I'm going to send this to my team. I know I'm going to watch it again. So honestly, I thought I was going to have questions, but you answered a lot of them. So I think we're good. Can you tell us the channels? So it looks like you have Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Is it just how it's spelled?
Yeah, yeah. Those are our main ones. We have a pretty active YouTube channel as well. So if you're looking for more e-commerce tips, definitely go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's updated multiple times per week with content like this and kind of some fun content as well with like Black Friday campaigns. And there's heaps of Black Friday content on there right now. So if you need any inspiration, you can jump on that.
Sweet. I think you were the first person on this channel that has a mustache, and it's pretty awesome. I was looking at it the whole time, and it looks great, man. So I appreciate you. I appreciate the energy. The content, the slides were fantastic. What about you personally? So this is SmartMail. How can someone find you on social? Do you have any platforms that you're kind of active on?
I'm on Twitter, Van City Reyes. I don't know. I'm from Vancouver originally, even though I'm in Australia now. After the Van City Ryan Reynolds account. Or you can find me on LinkedIn as well. Just Josh Reyes.
Sweet, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks, Chase. Looking forward to connect more with your audience and do stuff in the future as well.
Likewise, man. Cheers.
Yeah, good one.